What's up, guys? It's Broman back here in Destiny to talk about one of, I guess, the biggest nerfs that's going to be coming to Destiny, or biggest changes, rebalancing that is going to be coming, and that is to our beloved friend, the Gjallarhorn. Now, the Gjallarhorn has been a source of tension for a lot of people for a very long time. So let's just, first of all, talk about what is and isn't changing. What is changing is that the Wolfpack rounds are going to have their damage reduced. No particular percentage or stat has been mentioned as to what that reduction will be, just that they will do less damage. That's it. If you're wondering where this information is coming from, before we go much further, I want to remind you that this is from the last weekly update. They linked to some developer notes, and these developer notes contained information about the rebalancing that everyone will be doing over at Bungie over the next few, I guess, months, weeks, whatever, until the Taken King comes out. And then it will be delivered to us before the Taken King. My money's on September 9th, we'll see. Anyway, so, the Gjallarhorn. You love it, you hate it, you have one, you don't have one, you've been trying to get it forever, it doesn't really matter, but the bottom line is it has become a defining weapon in the Destiny experience. Now, why is that? Primarily the reason that the Gjallarhorn has become a defining weapon is because of its massive amount of power. The fact that you can use the Wolfpack rounds, or pretty much any, over any other exotic, that particular perk turns the Gjallarhorn from a really good rocket launcher to an absolute monster. Being able to devastate pretty much any enemy in the game, regardless of whether or not it should. So, why the nerf? I think that there are two really good reasons for the nerf. One you might disagree with. One I really would question whether or not you truly desire to have a strong community experience in the game if you heavily disagree with it. So we'll just jump right in. Primarily, the reason that Bungie is doing the nerf to the Gjallarhorn is because they don't want one particular weapon to be the choice for all players at any particular time, and the Gjallarhorn has become the all-purpose, you need this to do X weapon. So much so that even though it's not really prevalent now, it's definitely still around. But I remember when Destiny first came out, everyone was trying to do Atheon or hard mode Vault of Glass, and they were getting kicked out of groups. I mean, shit, people were getting kicked out of groups because they were hunters, but if you didn't have a Gjallarhorn, nobody wanted you in your group, and sometimes if you didn't have it and they felt like the team was struggling with damage output, you would just straight up get kicked from the raid. That's not fun or fair. In fact, the existence of the Gjallarhorn, in one way or another, has created an extremely toxic environment when it comes to looking for group. There are countless stories of people who are like, I couldn't do this, I couldn't look for a group, I couldn't find anyone just because I don't have a Gjallarhorn. So people spend hours and hours and hours slaving away just to get this drop because it is the key that unlocks the ability to play with random people in this game using the looking for group websites, and that is wrong. That is wrong. No one in this community should be barred from playing simply because they don't have one particular weapon. That is an extremely negative experience on both sides. One, it makes you despise another player simply because they don't have a weapon like the Gjallarhorn. And two, it makes the people who don't have the Gjallarhorn hate the folks that have it because they just want to be able to play. It creates a system of have and have-nots, and even though there are some people, or there are people around who don't really care what you might bring into a raid or an endgame activity, the Gjallarhorn has become a continuous source of tension for everyone in the community who has it and doesn't have it. So I think that the Gjallarhorn nerf is a very important change to Destiny. There's been a lot of different points brought up. A lot of people are upset about it. A lot of people are happy about it. If you're upset because, like me, you never got the Gjallarhorn while it was super strong, and now it sucks when it comes out, boo, I'm mad. I get that, man. Obviously, I have a Gjallarhorn, but it took me forever to get the Vex Mythic class, and it was kind of in the same boat as the Gjallarhorn at first. If you wanted to win in PvP when the Vex came out, you had to use the Vex. You were getting 3-shot by those things all over the field, and by the time the weapon balancing came out, the week the weapon balance came out, I got my Vex, and I was salty as shit about it. Not because I wanted so much to be able to, like, yeah, I fucking got the Vex. You know, I wanted to be able to play with it while it was still extremely overpowered. So if there is one group that I definitely feel your pain when it comes to the Nerf, it's that group. The group of people who just want to have a chance to play with it while it's still incredibly overpowered. Because who doesn't want a really awesome toy? Everyone wants to have something that's incredibly awesome, and I am all about the frustration that you might be having from that experience. It makes 100% sense to me, and you're justified in those feelings. But to those of you who are running around on forums and saying, they're nerfing the Gjallarhorn, I'm done with Destiny, fucking Bungie patches, nerf patch, and blah blah blah, and everything about the Taken King is bad, and I hate it, and fucking, I'm angry. I don't understand it. I'll be really honest, I don't understand all of that frustration. The key thing to look at, and the Gjallarhorn is a great place to start when we are thinking about all the different things in Destiny and why this rebalancing is happening and why it's important. It's a great place to start, and you're going to hear me mention this a lot in upcoming videos when we unpack kind of all of the changes. But Bungie is trying to do something that is really unique. They are trying to keep power creep out of their game. So what is power creep? Power creep is the game dev concept that over time, as you introduce more difficult content, as enemies grow stronger and stronger and stronger, you have to introduce new weapons that are stronger and stronger and stronger. So while you might have a weapon right now that is 365 attack power, in year 3 of Destiny, a 365 attack power weapon might be a common drop from anywhere in the world, and most of the weapons will have something like 3,000 damage. This is just, you know, an example. I don't have any information about Destiny 3's weapon power levels or anything like that. But that idea of power creep is a huge problem in games. Bungie is very, very dedicated to making all of the weapons in the game feel like your weapons. Weapons you get to keep the entire time that you play through Destiny. Weapons that you grow an attachment with, that you want to use throughout your entire journey. So while the nerf of the Gjallarhorn might be bothersome and it kind of changes the meta a little bit, and of course a new meta will probably develop, and people will probably want folks to either keep bringing in Gjallarhorn or start bringing in a Thunderlord or God knows what. But Bungie is trying their hardest to make sure that every weapon that you have in this game is a weapon that you will have the option to keep throughout the entire history of the game. And I think that is an admirable thing. And you can say whatever you want about that concept. But personally, I think it's really cool. It is the hard road to take as a game developer. It'd be very possible for Bungie to do what, you know, World of Warcraft has done so many times, and so many other MMOs have done so many times, which is, hey, we released this hot new patch, and guess what? All your old gear sucks dick now, and it doesn't matter what you do, you gotta get the new gear, cause ha ha ha. It's a strategy. It's something that people definitely do as game devs, but I think it's really cool to see Bungie take on the challenge of rebalancing rather than just let power creep run rampant in the game and prevent you from taking weapons that you might love and adore all the way through your experience. I hope that they continue to take this difficult road, this hard path through their game development journey in Destiny, so that everyone in Year 5 can still enjoy using a Gjallarhorn, or still enjoy using a Fatebringer or a Praedeath's Revenge, or name whatever particular weapon you might really like right now. Because I think that that's important, and it's one of the things to me that makes Destiny such a unique and fantastic game. Obviously there's going to be missteps, obviously there's going to be trouble, and obviously no patch is perfect. And I'm almost positive that out of this next round of weapon balancing, a new meta will emerge, and there'll probably something else that's super overpowered, and we might be having the same discussion at the end of next year about something different. But in my mind, as long as a developer continues to try to make things work, and tries to respond to community complaints, or critiques. I think they're moving in the right direction. The changes to the Gjallarhorn, along with a lot of the other changes, are things that folks in the community have been asking for a long time. And I think the overwhelming majority of, in my opinion, of course, the overwhelming majority of things that are changing in Destiny for the Taken King on the weapon rebalancing side are positive. I would love to know what you guys think. This is the first video, obviously, in a bunch of videos that we might be doing about this. I'm really interested in your feedback. I want to know what you think about the Gjallarhorn nerf. I only ask, as I did last time, that everybody be respectful of each other and have a good discussion, not just a poo-flinging contest about who has the biggest doo-doo brain, if you know what I'm saying. Thanks for watching today, guys. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time in Destiny. Don't forget to let me know what you think, because I want to know. Bye, guys. Have a fantastic evening.